Då så.
God no. Så är vi ska igång igen. Then we are ready once more.
Är det högre sid som börjar eller hur är det? Så. Det är det va?
Yes.
Att högst i... Eller slår vi tärning?
Ja, vi kan väl slå.
So right now we're actually hearing the speakers playing. I hope that is okay with you guys on the stream. I will just invite some more people to the stream. One moment. I'll put my phone without sound.
Jag keeper detta.
Ja, det gör
Factory. Get black rice. Go.
A very good start from the A-Talk player. From the Talk player. Yeah.
Yep. Go.
Lands. Uncommissioner. Go.
10%.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you hear the players, or should I maybe turn them up a little bit? Or is it disturbing? You'll tell me, guys. And
Go.
Phillip.
okay.
Yeah.
And of course, since they're not speaking English, then you actually don't really understand what they're saying. I'll do like this, so that I don't get so disturbed by it. And apparently, I'm wrong, because I actually thought that both players were playing Atog. But I see a lot of white things from David Hugo Cabo. So maybe I'm wrong. But there's no doubt that Svante, on the right side, he's playing Atog. Okay. Yeah, simultaneously translating all they're saying to English. Okay, so now he's at 11 lightning bolt. So he's very aggressive, that's for sure. No, they're pronouncing English words for the cards, and a time twister. That's going to be interesting. Before the match, Juice, they actually agreed to speak in both Swedish and Norwegian. So, in that sense, maybe some Swedes thinks that Norwegian is easier to understand. So, yeah. But it's interesting to see in this matchup, where uh, actually the guy on the chat, Juice,
Go.
yeah, said that they would both be playing a Tog, and it's gonna be interesting to see which cards he'll be playing when he plays white and a lot of towers and stuff. So never trust Juice. Yeah. So maybe we'll do some changes in the text. Okay, so now they both actually have the Chaos Orb out. So in that sense, it's good. Uh, but he has 8 life left. So he activates Orb, targeting Black Mice. Oh yeah. Hmm. Yeah. A balance. Okay. A balance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hi, Nils. Very nice to see you. Uh, yeah, we decided to mute the players more so that I could talk more, but I didn't talk so much. So, chain lightning. goes to 2, and then he says turn. So very interesting now as the events are unfolding. Disenchant the Chaos Orb. Play land. So now Tron is active. So now he has more or less unlimited mana. Oh, plays a Winter Orb. Very nice. And he has the tapping artifact thing. The Relic Barrier. So that's nice. Plays Suchi also. He untaps one land and then kills him. Wow. Yeah. Big artifact. Should we call it prison? Or do you guys have a good name for it? Which means Svante is now ahead. Big artifact prison? Or at least now it's called Big Artifact Prison. Because I'm actually naming the things, so. So in that sense, yeah, I can do whatever I want. Hi Bjarne, welcome. And tonight, later, we'll also see the match between Juice and his opponent. And then we'll see another talk deck, a talk deck. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah. And then the question is, yeah, today we don't have a co-host because he's also playing tonight. But of course, if we have anybody saying that they would like to co-host together with me, they are free to do it. Uh, so let's say Tron Prison. Somehow I think prison should be there. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Boom. Yeah. So I think the Danish tournament, the Doom tournament, is a very nice tournament. Also now that we play with these groups, we have top 16 because ultimately it means more play, more old school, and who doesn't like that, you know? That seems like the best thing. Yeah. The more content, the better. That's the way it is. And again, this is now we have to think because in these Corona times, it's a Saturday night. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think also we have people watching the stream that's not Danish, so in that sense it's very nice. Now we're getting an international crowd for the Doom Old School tournament. And Svante, yeah, he's almost Danish now, you know. He's been playing tournaments in Denmark on and off, so in that sense, he almost feels like a Danish player, even though I don't think we should tell him that. Oh, it's Sunday. It is. Yeah, again, the disclaimer was Corona time. Yeah, the Swedish invasion. Yeah. As long as he doesn't win the tournament, I'm okay. Oh, of course. If he's the best player in the best deck, of course, then, yeah. Yeah, and that's a good start. Yeah, Juice is also kind of like Swedish now, yeah. With a girlfriend and one of the babies there, so, yeah. Divine offering on the black wise. Yeah. Somehow, end of your own turn ancestral seems also like a nice choice. Yeah. The Christmas Tog. And the copper tablet. Yeah. So he's really cranking up the juice now, trying to get his opponents to take damage. I think David's dices are off. Yeah, the red card is an ATOG with Christmas Nissehu, what's called a Christmas like hats. So yeah, I'm not actually sure what it's called in English. Yeah, and then shoots him for 3, and they disagree. Okay, now they agree upon their life total, so that's nice. Yeah, it's quite funny having the Christmas ATOG. Yeah. Ooh, a detonate. Wow. Destroy target artifact with converted mana cost X. It can't be regenerated. Detonator deals X damage to that artifact's controller. Yeah, wow. Again, pretty aggressive. So now he's down to 7 life, and he plays the Mace of Ith. Yeah, quite nice. And he has the Tron set. And he's thinking about shooting the ATOG before passing the turn. Yeah, I'm guessing he's doing that. The ATOG eats the Mox, and then, yeah, bad luck. 2, 3 will. Oof. Yeah. Attacking for 4. I can't cast to Chromecast again. Wonder what's the difference? That's a good question. There shouldn't be any difference in my end, at least. Oof. Yeah, doesn't look good. Because the stone tablet will kill him if he doesn't do anything. A circle of protection, but at 2 life, yeah. He just gets the turn twice, and then he's dead. Of course he's gonna attack, but he actually don't have to attack. Sonic Blast in the face. Ooh, a red blast. Very nice. Which means that, of course, you can just attack with 2 creatures. Because if he only attacks with 1, okay, the black eyes. Then he goes to 1. Yeah. Very interesting situation we have here where simply passing the turn would actually kill David. David. Attacking for 6. Shooting one of the artifacts. Showing the other card is a no-go. Yeah. Which means that this match was won by Svante 2-0. Very interesting. Let's see. And if and then we can hear them talking. So we hear them speaking Swedish and Norwegian together.
Man straffar ju så hårt med Black Ice och Uncharted här, så det är lite... Det blir lite...
Yeah. But then that means we'll have one extra match tonight, and that's actually quite cool. Okay.
Jag tänkte om du skulle kunna ice också. Samtidigt som en lite dropp mot...
Yeah. But this actually means that we have the opportunity to live stream another match, which means Phillip Kellerstrøm versus Jonas JB will be going live after this match, before the match of Juice. So that's actually quite nice. So I will talk to these guys and I'll talk to the other guys. Maybe it will take a few minutes before everything is ready, but yeah.
Nej, jag gör inte det. Jag skulle kunna ha i sideboard mot folk som har mycket mace eller som är många färger än jag, men jag gör inte det i den här. Istället så tar jag utvändigt när jag möter så många mace. Jag funderar på att splasha en Armageddon istället. Faktiskt.
Ja, det är faktiskt ett bild mot Icon spilte Armageddon mot mig.
Jag tror jag ska ha en Geddon i sideboard mot mace-lekar sen. Men nu har jag Gloom istället för Vips. Så det
det har varit faktiskt
bra där. Ja, precis. Det är den jag vill ha. Det är inte så bra när man själv har Geddon, men det är lite... Tack för games. Det var kul att spela.
Tak for spillene.
Det är bra. Ja, tack Hugo.
Ja.
Det blev lite i alla fall.
Ja, ja. Så det betyder, at vi har tid til at tage et ekstra spil herinde mellem næste spil. Så det var vældig bra, det var snabt.
Det måste vara...
Yes.
Ja, det är bra. Jag är hungrig också. Så det...
Yeah.
Tack.
Hey.
And then it's just me again. Which means that now that we have the whole setup, we just need the next players. I suppose they were supposed to play at 8 or 8:15, which means that we have a little bit time now. But yeah. Yeah, so now that it's only me in the room, everything fucks up. But we can do like this. Oh yeah, no. Doesn't really work. Smaller or bigger? Yeah. But yeah, which means I should, of course, change all the names of the players. Yeah. Fortnite will be the next we're playing. So. Phillip Kellerstrøm. I actually don't know what he's playing yet. Hej hej. Velkommen til Phillip. Boom. Like that. Men det var sgu da nice, I lige kunne komme med her.
Ja, det passede lige. Er det bare mig, der har sådan dobbelt ekko?
Jeg synes egentlig også, der er meget ekko. Lad os se om...
Det er som om, du lige kører næste gang, men jeg kører heller ikke noget headset. Jeg ved ikke, om det kan være det.
Det kan godt være, det er det. Jeg ved det faktisk ikke engang.
Det kan være, det er noget lidt hjemme med.
Ja, det lyder da helt vildt. Ja.
Du er også på med to.
Jo, det er faktisk lidt meningen. Men lad os se, hvis jeg muter der, så kan jeg mute der, og så unmuter jeg der. Ja. Yeah, let's see if what I say comes back to me. It does. So if I mute now, then there shouldn't be any sound coming back to me. Because the sound is from Phillip. Yes, it's Phillip's sound. So, yeah. Umiddelbart så er det min Twitch-stream, der går igennem.
Det er fordi, den er åben. Sådan der.
Hej hej.
Jeg skal lige se mit kamera.
Like that. Yes.
Okay,
Ja. Og så du dobbeltklikker jo bare på modstanderens billede, så bliver det jo stort.
Nå, okay. Sådan der. Yes.
Sådan at jeg ikke fylder helt lige så meget.
Nå, men det er Simon 2. Det er bare en ekstra en, du har sat op til andre, eller hvad?
Nej, det er simpelthen fordi, at når jeg går ind og stjæler billedet til min stream, så skal jeg stjæle det 2 gange. Så på den ene, der har jeg Simon, hvor jeg har dig i stort billede. Så den anden, der er for Simon 2, så er det Phillip, der er i stort billede. Og så tager jeg de 2 store billeder og sætter ind på min stream. Det er sådan lidt, ja. Ja. That's the way it is.
Ja, det kan være cool. Jeg var bare nysgerrig på, hvordan det fungerede, det der.
Ja, ja.
Jeg har brugt rapperen lidt. Vi begyndte at snakke lidt om en anden for længe siden, den der Snatch webcam nu på sådan en
Ja.
som vist nok skulle være ret fed også. Jeg ved ikke, om du har, den du hørt om. Er det noget, der hedder Jitsi?
Ja, det var den der Jitsi Meet. Ja.
Ja. Hej Philip.
Hej. Så har jeg også skaffet et navn.
Philip.
Ja. Men jeg gør det, at jeg muter mig selv, og så går I sådan set bare i gang.
Det lyder godt.
Yes. Så må I have en god kamp.
Tak skal du have.
Det er i orden.
Fedt du gad at ja.
Ja. I'll try my best. Okay. Let's see.
Det er onsdag nu, hva'?
Jeg sætter altid rundt om min stjerne her.
Så har du godt styr på det. Det er fedt.
Okay. Sushi, raspberry soda, old school stream, and a bit later, a whiskey sample or 3. That sounds like a delightful evening watching old school. So yeah. And I actually don't know what decks we're gonna see tonight in this match. So looking forward to seeing what they're playing. I've seen Phillip play a few times. Of course, he's from the other end of the country that I am from, so in that sense, we don't meet other than at tournaments. But it's always nice to get to know people and see what they're playing. Many times when I've seen him play, he plays something like a tog deck, but I know he has cards for several different decks, so let's see what he's playing today. I think he has been playing Merfolk, but I'm actually not sure what he's playing today.
Så er der ikke noget sideboard i main deck, eller hvad der på.
Ja, det er rigtigt. Jeg havde også lige spillet
But
med
I actually saw him discussing uh, what he was playing.
Hvor er det henne? Jeg kan også spille af det. Nå,
det kunne da også lige være det der.
ready?
Ja, lad os gøre det.
Jeg vil gerne starte.
Hvad siger du?
Jeg vil gerne starte.
Du vil gerne starte? Okay. Skal vi bruge lige en timer, eller?
Det plejer at gå efter parents, det er tålmodigt. Eller 16 eller hvad
Nå,
det er.
fedt. Ja, det var jeg ikke klar over. Men så siger vi bare det.
Well, now you know how it feels to get run over by a tog deck. Yeah, it was a good match. I didn't see so much of the deck you were playing, but I actually thought it was a good match. But very fast indeed.
Jeg prøver at holde den her.
Det gør jeg også så.
And both players decided to keep. Okay, yeah. Wizard of the Isle, welcome. So now we have at least a quite fast aggro deck with a lion. It'll be interesting to see if he plays other colors or if it's simply mono. Yeah. And Phillip plays blue for sure, which means it's not red as he used to. And let's see, then it should be the Merfolk deck that he's playing. Yeah. A turn 1 Lion versus a turn 2 Surrender Befreat. Yeah, I know what I would like to have, at least. But it's going to be interesting. Yeah, also having 2 blue up for counter magic, that seems also quite nice. The green mana, okay. And actually the blue mana also. So, right now 3 colors. Seems also like a good solution. Oof, Sylvan Library, nice. This would be a must counter card. And he says, okay, it doesn't counter. Takes 1 damage. Go, group 7, yeah. So now we'll see the power of the library. Come on, group 6. Yeah. So right now he's contemplating whether or not to draw 1 card or 2 cards. So he draws 2 cards, takes 4 points of damage. Yeah. Hmm. The lion runs for damage. Since the factory has summoning sickness, he won't use that one. He tries to kill the Surrender Befreat. Let's see if he has counter magic in hand. It gets removed. Husten bliver exiled. Husk at dit dyr er exiled, Phillip. Yeah. So he had the counter magic in hand. So now, attack for 2. Now came the Lord of Atlantis, which means that all his merfolks have island walk. Is it just the others, or did they change him? I'm not sure. Yeah, it gives other merfolk +1/+1. So now he's a merfolk lord. Yeah. Yeah. But two lords pump each other because they're now merfolk actually. Yeah. Argothian pixies in a time walk. Come on, Jonas, let the blue guys die. By Kölle. Yeah. Okay. I see a lot of aggro now, to be honest. So 14 and 11. Oof, the Urnum can control magic the guy, and then attack for 2, which he can't block. Wow. He chooses to only keep 1, and let's see what he does. So he teaches shots to control magic. Attack for 4. I think he doesn't want to lose the Merfolk Lord. Three blue for one more surrender. Yeah. A life counter on screen. Yeah. I think it's a little bit difficult for me to do, but since then I have to actually listen to their stream and be very focused on losing life and getting life and stuff like this. I don't like that. Now I did whether or not they actually won any games. Uh, 6 damage, go to 4. Wow. Alright, surrender defeat. And Phillip has 1 card in hand. Draws a good card, maybe. Hmm. So let's see. And one of the lords, of course, gets forest walk because of the Serenity Street. Yeah. Yeah, he takes 1 damage for Serenity. One card in hand. So far, 2 attacking creatures. Thinking about the third. So he stays at home. He tries to make that into a creature. So that was a nice game. 6 damage to the head. There we see once again that life is just a resource like everything else. Uh, as long as you just have 1 life, you can still win the game. So that was quite nice, I would say. Merfolk versus uh, green white. Green white aggro, I'll call it. And if my names are wrong, please do correct me, because right now I'm just like, yeah, saying stuff from the top of my head. So, and now comes the game of sideboarding. So probably we'll see some maces and yeah. It should be like maces and maybe some from, yeah. I actually don't know if you bring in more creatures. Did we see white? Well, we saw the lion, didn't we? Green, white, blue. Aggro. Yeah. But I still think we should call it aggro because the lions are there. Lions is always a sure tell for aggro, more or less. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No problem. But as we can see on the graphics, Phillip won the first round. Uh, it was a very tight game, to be honest. Yeah. But then it'll be interesting. Erna Nice. Yeah, with the tundras, that's actually a good name. Yeah. Erna on ice. Yeah. Hej René, velkommen til. Det her det er jo så det ældste format i Vintage, eller i Magic, hvor du kun må spille med kort fra 93 og 94. Old school kaldes det. Det er godt. Yes. So 7 cards. Let's see. Phillip keeps his hand. And Jonas is not quite happy with his hand. He's thinking, okay. So he takes a mulligan. So goes down to 6 cards. So now it's the Urnum almost on ice aggro. Yeah, it's quite dark. Phillip's t-shirt, deck, playmat, dices, sleeves, yeah. And actually chair also. It's dark underwater, yeah, and nobody can hear you scream either. So now we have the aggro part again. Mosamel 12448. Thank you for the follow. Extra turn. Wow. Very nice. Yeah, his watch is also dark. Yeah. Then he takes 2. Oof. Doesn't follow up with a turn 2 land drop. Not so good. And Phillip has all the cards in the world in his hand, so. Surrender. Okay. Drew a Mox. So what can he do with 2 mana? Not enough. Dance of Many. Yeah. Wall of text. When Dance of Many. Okay, you can take it together with me, guys. Of course. Dance of Many enters the battlefield. Create a token that's a copy of target non-token creature. When Dance of Many leaves the battlefield, exile the token. When the token leaves the battlefield, sacrifice Dance of Many. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Dance of Many unless you pay 2 blue mana. Okay. Wow. So he disenchants the enchantment, which means that, yeah, of course, Dance of Many dies, but yeah, he has a counter. It's a clone that can be removed both with disenchants and Swords to Plowshares, but still very good. Yeah, we don't see Dance of Many played so many times, so it's very nice to see something fresh. And of course, Swords to Plowsharing, the other one, means that he can't play a Dance of Many on this one because it's a token creature, and now he has 2 mana always tapped for keeping it alive. And he drew a mana, which means that now he also have one, but it gets countered. And the lion wants to attack. Yeah. It's also nice with Boomerang. Yeah. In these matchups, where you can see the Jonas is playing the aggro, but behind because of the mulligan and not so much land. Okay, he plays another one. And does he have the counter for it? No. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. Okay, a Sonic Blast. Takes 1 damage from the Surrender Defeat also. Haha. A real merfolk. Yeah, yeah. So he doesn't only play the lords, he also plays the 4 merfolks. Yeah. One more. The third one. Yeah, he has a Tundra and a Savannah and a Blue Mox. So I'm wondering if he has like Serra Angels or maybe oof, Control Magic. Very nice tick still. Yeah. Yeah. So now we have to get a Disenchant or a Swords to Plowshares or the fourth Serendip, but I'm guessing that's going to be difficult. But a Disenchant or a Swords to Plowshares shouldn't. Of course, he has played them both, but statistically there should be a possibility that he draws them. Yeah. So now he's thinking really hard. Still hasn't found a solution yet. Hmm. He says this is a pickle, and I can't really see what to do against it. So, no. Which means he dies. But let's see what he can do. He says go. So he attacks for 6. So he removes his own creature. And then a Sonic Blast. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Interesting games. So now the merfolk. Only one Sarah Angel. Yeah. And yeah, he plays the Sarah Angel. Yeah. Yeah, black border also. Quite important. I haven't actually seen many of the Arabian Nights, Dance of Many, so it's a very nice card. And again, it has the wall of text, which means when you have the newer versions, of course, it's also a wall of text, but the dark version is awesome. Yeah. But that means until Juice and his opponent is ready, we'll have a short break. I will go down and get some water, for instance. So I'll put on some pictures, remove myself, and then we can hear
Nu spiller du med tangtwister?
them talking.
Okay, fordi jeg tænkte, så kan man jo godt satse på de 5. Hvis man kan få lov til at lave sin tangtwister.
And for the Danish viewers, they can of course listen to the other
Ja,
ones.
ja, men altså lige der,
But
der
I'll get
bare
some
sige
water,
ting, for hvad går det, så går det.
and I will tell Juice, who's actually on the stream, that when you're ready, yeah,
Der til sidst, der havde jeg
go to my room. I'll send you the link in a moment.
Jeg kunne i princippet have sortet begge dine...
But yeah, it's on the top 16 discussion.
Det
Yeah.
er jo ikke mod fabrikkerne. Nej, det var sgu ikke lige så let her. Men det var sgu meget interessant så møde noget
So, Juice and Marc. I don't know how it's looking with you guys and children, but let me know how it seems.
Nå, men vil du nu notere, at du vandt, så siger jeg bare held og lykke til dig.
Jo, tak for spillet.
Ja, selv tak for det. Det var hyggeligt.
Hej.
Godt spillet, drenge. Det var vildt.
Tak for hjælpen med, hvad det nu end var. Der var et kort, der blev exilet der, vi begge to overstod.
Ja, men det er ikke noget problem. Jeg har overset mange ting, selvom jeg kun sidder og kigger på og spiller. Altså, kæft, der er gået mange ting galt.
Ja.
Så, men det er sjovt.
Har du bare siddet og streamet nu? Altså, har du optaget spillet så, eller har det...
Ja, så lige nu så har vi 35 seere, der kigger med.
Nå, okay.
Så.
Det var da ærgerligt, det ikke gik bedre for mig, så.
Ja, jeg smider det på YouTube bagefter, men ellers så kan du gå ind i top 16, så kan du se, vi har en kamp mere her bagefter. Det er Marc Modin mod Juice. Så du er velkommen til at komme ind på streamen og kigge.
Hvordan kommer den så ind for at se den?
Jamen, hvis du kigger der, hvor jeg har skrevet i top 16, så ligger den lige ovenover.
Nå, okay, ja.
Den der Twitch.
Den der Twitch, okay. Så det er det link, man klikker på, så kommer man ind.
Ja, så kommer man simpelthen ind på Twitch-kanalen.
Sejt, okay.
Jamen, det er i orden.
Ja, ha' en god aften begge to.
Jo, mange tak. And now it's just me again. Which means that now I will go for some water. Which means if I do like this and this, then you'll have my beautiful background. And I'll get some water and I'll write to Marc and Juice to just join my room when they're ready. Oh yeah, I'll get the water. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. They say they'll be ready in like 3 or 4 minutes, so that's perfect. And I'll get some water meanwhile. Yes, and we're back again.
Hey. Kan du høre mig, Simon?
Jamen, jeg kan godt høre dig.
Perfekt.
Yes.
Prøv at se mine terninger, Simon.
Nice. Nu kan man se noget.
Shout-outs ud til Henning. Jeg kan ikke huske, at det navn er. Det er ham, der har givet mig...
Henning Østergaard.
Hvad?
Ja, Henning Østergaard.
Jeg har lavet en shout-out, når der er i gang til Henning fra mig af.
Jamen, det har du selv lige gjort, så det er jo perfekt.
Nu har han hørt det.
Ja, det ved jeg jo ikke. Jeg ved ikke, om han sidder og kigger med.
Altså, må man spille sådan her? Hvad?
Ja.
Corona-tider og shit.
So far, so good. Yeah, it's the altars that I have there are mostly all my power is beta. Let's see. So yeah, here we have the Time Walk, the Ancestral, the Mox, and the Black Lotus. And they're all altered by the original artist. On the 5 Moxen, there are the Dan Fraser Dragons, which he likes to do. The Amy Weber Time Walk is simply Amy Weber painting the Time Walk again. For some reason, she doesn't really like to do much else than her own, like you see on the Disenchant, which is also hers. Yeah. And the others, we have Cthulhu on, the great old one. And now we have players through. Perfect.
Moin.
Hey.
I hører mig, det kan I godt?
Ja.
Skal jeg finde et par hovedtelefoner, Simon? Eller ekko, når du snakker, eller hvordan?
Nej, men jeg muter jo jer, så I kan slet ikke høre mig, når jeg går i gang, så det er ingen problem. Så længe I kan høre hinanden, så er jeg tilfreds.
Yes. Ja. Jamen, så bliver vi med.
Nu skal der en hurtig madpakke.
Jamen, jeg var jo i gang, du.
Clementiner og rugbrød, og værsgo, afsted i dig skole.
I think she makes beautiful artwork, for sure.
Det må ikke blive varmet.
She was a little bit difficult to make what I wanted, but then she ultimately said, okay, Simon, I'm gonna do my thing, and if you want your cards altered, then it's my thing. I'm the artist. I decide. And I said, yeah, but I just want Cthulhu on them. And she says, nope, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah.
Vi repræsenterer det her gas her, ikke? Det er vores team, ikke? Det er Halfdanes,
Halfdane team. Og North Stars Brewers. Ja.
Så det er ikke en cyborg, det er bare min cover-up ting, der lægger på.
Det kan du godt se, ikke? Eller på skærmen.
Jeg kan se sort boks.
So now we have 0-0. Yeah, North Star Brewers versus Halfdanes. Yeah. Can you read the text on this background, or should I simply remove the background again? Let me hear what you guys say. Yeah. I'll remove it. Like this. There's something wrong with the name. I think it's Marc with a C. Yeah. Trollene æder ham. The trolls will eat him. Yeah, let's see. Which means that... So Juice keeps his hand? Yeah, Juice have gotten nice dices. Thanks to Henning Østergaard. Actually also a player in Denmark who played this tournament. So, a good shout out to him. Everybody loves casino dices, and since they're so big, they're quite easy to see on the live stream. So I like that.
Jamen, jeg kører...
Cirka det omkring.
400. Ja, det er lavt.
Det er heller ikke meget, når man kaster 4 kast et par spells.
Nej. Vil du bag?
Nej, værsgo.
Ja. Prøv igen.
Ja.
Ej, Marc, mand.
Ja.
Ej, det er ikke sjovt.
Nej. Hvad er det? Det er magic.
Nej, det er netop ikke magic. Altså, forstå mig ret. Der er jo ikke meget... Ja, jo, du kan sagtens... En ancestral recall jo.
Ja, ja.
And then we have the trolls
Indtil videre bare det.
mulligan one more time, which means that he's now down to 5 cards to keep. Yeah. So apparently the trolls have had too much to eat. All those factories. Yeah.
Jeg prøver igen.
Yes, det tager bare.
Det er nok noget til at holde uanset hvad her. Ja. Den kan holde.
Ja. Go.
Ja, ja. Lige lægge noget på bommen her, Juice.
Yeah, 2 mulligans is quite hard. And for trolls to be good, it has to have 4 mana to play the troll and play the disc. So
Sådan. Go.
Juice played first. So he drew and mulliganed to 5. Yeah. But again, in this matchup, you know, where you have the ancestral recall. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Juice is playing Collector's Edition, which means that he's playing the Collector's Edition. Oh no, it's yeah, it is actually Collector's Edition or International because they are rebacked, these cards, and altered so that you won't mistake them for unaltered beta cards. And in this tournament, we actually allow both Collector's Edition and International Edition.
Ja.
Ruby.
Ja. Du får lige 2... Nej, du har... Nej, det er Ruby. Ja, okay. Fy faen, okay.
Ja. Underground.
Ja.
Yeah. Juice plays Atok. That's actually what he wrote himself in the chat earlier tonight. So
Mange kort har du?
Jeg har 4.
Ja.
Yeah, I try to actually write when I know what they're actually playing. Then I'll write Juice is on the talk and Marc is on Troll Disco.
Report zero.
Yep.
And then I better actually drink some of the water that I was down in the break getting. So very nice and refreshing. Uh-huh. Yeah, it'll be nice to see if he plays with the. Yeah, he was playing with cards, and maybe he made the deck, maybe he didn't. But it'll be interesting to watch. That's for sure.
Jeg lukker lige min Facebook, så minder det din.
Det er ikke min, jeg har ikke Facebook på.
If he plays Rukatog, then it'll be with the Diamond Valleys. Yeah.
Jeg har ikke spillet land.
Nå,
Skal han Diamond Valley Go?
utrolig glad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably yeah. I actually don't remember which month's tournament that we saw it last, but yeah.
Refresh. Go.
Ja.
Bordet.
Ja. 2 kort. 3 kort.
3.
Ja.
Here we see the Diamond Valley. Tap to sacrifice
Nu switcher.
one of your creatures. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. Yeah. Which means if you sacrifice a rook egg, yeah, then you get a big one back.
Jeg er på sacrifice.
To kort tilbage til hånd.
Jeg vil gerne tage en tur mere.
A time walk also.
Er det okay?
Ja, det er okay.
Så jeg godt gå til min næste tur.
Yeah.
Går.
And the Suchi, always a good card. It's actually one of my favorite cards.
Ja.
Guardian Beast.
Hvad? Jeg kunne ikke se.
Guardian Beast.
En Guardian Beast. Okay.
Yeah. Guardian Beast. Very nice card.
Et kort i hånden.
Ja.
Which means now he has to go through Guardian Beast to kill the Suchi.
Ja, jo.
And so far, Juice has no problems doing that. then the question comes, will he blow his Chaos Orb? Or...
Et kort på højde til.
Oh yeah,
Åben på
sorry.
din beast.
Yeah, of course they don't take...
Or ink som target.
Guardian Beast doesn't do anything against creatures. So your creatures will die.
Så er en tur. Vox.
And we can see his complete Power 9 is a rebacked collector's edition. But they have been beautifully altered by AS alters. So they actually look quite nice. They're really beautiful. And I have a very distinctive style.
Du kan mind twister for en.
Rip mine.
Ja. Siger gå.
Får de hånden?
Jeg har 3.
Juice has 3 cards in hand. Marc now up to 1.
Kommer over på 4.
Attacks for 4. Yeah. He takes 4 damage. Then a troll.
Go.
Og du har...
But we haven't seen any rook eggs so far.
Underground Sea, og du har en...
Underground Sea. Jeg har en City of Red, Volcanic og Mosquito.
Ja. Du til 4, den fik 7. 7 skade. Det er fint nok, tror jeg.
So here we have the rook egg. When rook egg dies, create a 4/4 red bird creature token with flying at the beginning of the next end step, which means at the end of turn he can use Diamond Valley to kill off the rook egg and get a 4/4 bird with flying. So that's quite nice. And then the question comes, what is he going to do? If he has to pick one card, what card would that be? The Time Walk is in the grave. The Ancestral is in the grave. Would it be the Time Twister? But the opponent doesn't have any cards in hand, so that wouldn't be good to give him full grip again. Would it be the Brain Geyser? But he can only Brain Geyser for 0 right now, which isn't especially good. Then he can recall for... Yeah, Diamond Valley, does it actually give mana? No, I don't think so. No, it can only sacrifice the creature, not give any mana. So he actually doesn't have that much mana on the table. Only 4 against Marc's 7. So Then of course it could be a counter spell to be able to counter whatever Marc does.
Hvad er du på, Marc?
Jeg er på 15.
Yeah, Shatter it could also be. Yeah, he should be playing at least one or two main deck Shatters, so... So right now he's thinking about blocking and sacrificing to the attack, making sure that it kills.
Nu er jeg kommet til åkken, så jeg kan de her to her.
Slå.
Så skyder du for 3 inde.
Ja. Jeg er på 12.
Skyder du for 3 inde.
Okay.
Ja. Jeg er på 9.
Quite aggressive, the attack player.
Eller en tok.
One more.
Hvor?
Ja.
One more troll. And Marc is at, what is it, 9 lives? I'll just look again. 9 lives, yeah. And he's thinking.
Hvor mange kort er du i hånden?
Jeg har 1 kort.
Du har 1 kort der.
I think he's scared of if Juice can play some artifacts that he would be able to attack for lethal, but he only has 1 card in hand. And he used his Ancestral, he used his Time Walk. And even if he's using like Brain Geyser, he will only draw like 2 cards, which means that it will be inherently much worse than, yeah, the Ancestral. So,
Jeg kommer over med 12.
Jeg tager 3.
yeah. Then Juice goes to 7. And Marc is at 9. So, interesting standoff we have here right now. The trolls are like bigger than they are, the Atox, so, and they both have 2 of them.
Hvad siger du?
Jeg er på 9.
Jeg vil gerne skyde dig for 3. Vil du skyde tilbage?
Nej.
Tager du 3.
Then he gets shot for 3. And he doesn't send the Chain Lightning back.
1 kort på hånden.
Jeg har 1 kort på hånden.
Og du kan være 6.
Jeg er på 6.
Oof.
Det var det, jeg regnede med, du ville gøre.
Juice plays the Time Twister. And then, yeah, he can play a land and lightning bolts,
Der har du åbnet mana.
attack for the 2,
Diamond Valley åben.
maybe
Jeg har
play.
Diamond Valley. Det er ikke mana, men jeg har Diamond Valley åben her.
Jamen, det er lande, det er det, jeg mener.
So play a few moxes, play a land, one chain lightning, one lightning bolt, and then attack with the 2 creatures. The one who doesn't get blocked, eat the artifacts. So yeah, I think it's a good situation, but Mark also has,
Gambling, det jeg gør, men så gør sådan,
yeah,
jeg skal jo vente.
Nej. Vil du tage?
Hvad siger du?
Vil du tage en?
it's a very good question if this is a good choice to do it, but I'm guessing that you get one more card than your opponent, because your opponent had one card from the beginning, and then discards it to draw 7 U. But, yeah,
Nå. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
I normally want it a little bit more asymmetrical when doing the Time Twister, but I can see that if he has the chance to, like, play a couple of artifacts and chain lightning or lightning bolt and then attacking, then he could just win the game right there.
Det var sgu ikke det bedste, Marc.
But let's see what he does.
Spiller en Mox.
He plays a Mox,
3, 4, 5, 6.
which is
Hugo.
quite good,
Der var ikke noget land.
and no lands,
Der er dog.
which means that Mark, with a lot of mana, actually have 8 cards in hand. Yeah. And Juice only at 7 lives. So, yeah, sometimes you're unlucky on the draws of the draw 7s. That's just the way it is. Mark plays without a library. I'm not sure about that, but if he doesn't have one, then I imagine he's not playing one. But if you have a library, then I guess you would put it into any deck in old school. Yeah.
Næste.
Yeah. The black playmat and no library playmat. Yeah. And he'd rather play another land? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
ikke helt så sjovt, Marc. Så den kan lave tricks.
Okay. So now we have some juice magic going on. Marc wants to play the Trisk, and Juice says, I'm not sure about that one.
Ja, ved du hvad? Jeg tror bare, at jeg bliver nødt til at... Jeg vil gerne spise den her til en
Ja.
top.
Ja.
Og så vil jeg gerne, hvad hedder det... Blok en af hver.
Så du responder ikke på trisken, eller hvad siger
Nå,
du? Gør med det
ja.
tag.
Det gjorde jeg med at spise den.
Du spiser den der, så du har en
Som respons, og så går du ind i attack, ikke?
du har en 1-2'er og en 2-3'er.
Nej, den får 2 plus 2, ikke? Så den er 3-4, ikke?
Ja, en 3-4 og en 1-2. Ja, det er fint.
Og så kommer Trisk ind.
Nej, ja. Så nu ligger den på bordet. Så går jeg til at tage.
Yes. Jeg responderede med at spise moksen på den Trisk. Du angriber med de 2.
Jeg kommer over.
Yeah.
Jeg blokker en der.
Du blokker en.
So they block one each.
Det kan man, ja, det gør jeg.
Den der dør i hvert fald, ikke? Den der kommer. Den vil generate.
Ja.
Den ene vil generate. Og så så er den på 3 damage, så bruger jeg en counter på den der.
Then he uses one counter to shoot that one, and then he eats it.
Så jeg, hvad hedder det, Phillip.
4 life.
Ja.
Så er det go.
So Juice is now at 11 with no.
Jeg har spillet på 3.
But let's see. Oof. And for 3 more.
Jeg har spillet på 3.
Ja.
Er det game?
Yeah.
Ja.
So he got the. Yeah.
Trisk kan rigtig mange tricks nemlig. Det er derfor, jeg skulle spise. Jeg skulle tænke, om jeg ville spise moksen før jeg begyndte at kunne lege med den. Kan du følge mig?
Yes.
Så ville det kunne skyde den i respons og sådan noget shit. Det er derfor, Trisken er så god.
Then Juice won the first game. Yeah. And sometimes when they're playing, it's a little bit difficult to actually understand what they're properly doing.
Det er virkelig overrasket mig. Altså, det er sikkert noget med Rugebæk at gøre, men bare det der med det liv.
Yeah.
Ja, den er
Hvad?
ret versatile.
Ja.
Ja, så creepy er dækket heller ikke.
Nej, det er ikke creepy overhovedet. Det er topdæk, hvor jeg har puttet gamle valg og nogle Rugebæk i.
Du spiller ikke så mange Rubik. Du spiller på 2, 3, 1.
2 Rugebæk og hvad hedder det? 3 diamond valg, ikke? Det er stadig 5 kort til 5 slots, ikke?
Jo, bestemt.
Men det er bare fordi diamond valg kan også give mig meget på tokken, hvis jeg spiller mod noget, der kan brænde selv, ikke?
Mm.
Og så fordi jeg har købt 4 af dem, det er ligesom lidt...
Ja. Det.
So it's crazy to see these games. $41 viewers. Slap af. Hi Dax, welcome. Nice to see you here.
Du burde overveje Rugebæk i diskdæk, faktisk. Det er godt sådan lidt.
Jeg har spillet de der Rubik på forskellige måder.
Okay.
De er fine nok, men får ikke så stivt gjort af det.
Ja, det er godt, fordi det giver mig sådan noget som fra dengang. Hvis det var bare det shit dengang, selvom det ikke var rare.
Ja, jamen jeg har spillet dem med
Yeah.
med Metamorphosis, eller hvad fanden det hedder.
Den grønne der.
Ja, præcis.
Ja.
So now it's interesting to see what the two players are sideboarding.
Jamen, Google, at han er
What we saw Juice playing earlier, then he had access to the 3/3 mountain thing with protection white, but he's not gonna sideboard those in. Then it's the he plays the Blood Moon, but is the Blood Moon good isn't in this matchup? I guess that all the black producing lands are more or less dual lands and cities, so maybe that could be a good option. Because Juice is known for like making problems with Blood Moons, so yeah, probably he'll do that. And playing the more colors means that he will have the blue blasts for Juice's red blasts. But if he'll do much more than that, I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, the Mountain Yeti. But yeah, those are best against white players. But yeah, we'll see what they do.
Men jeg synes omkring det der med top 8 og top 16, det starter, så synes jeg bare, I skal announce det, så folk ved det. Man må jo gøre det.
det er ikke noget, vi som sådan har snakket om faktisk.
Nå, okay.
Overhovedet. Der var en anden spiller, der spurgte mig, om det bare var sådan, vi gjorde, og sagde, ja, det er sådan, vi gjorde. En anden top 16 spiller.
Okay. Men i top 8, så er rigtigt, hvad du siger. I de store turneringer, der gør vi sådan lidt.
Ja.
Hvor man også sagde, i gamle dage, der viste en dæklister. Så fik man også se modstanders dæk.
Ja, det kommer vi også til så næste måned. Plus dem, der går videre fra gruppen.
Det synes jeg er cool.
Så laver vi slutspil.
Yeah, so now they're discussing that from the next month on, because there have been some uncertainties about the rules. This is the second month we're having this tournament, and so far in the top 8 or top 16, players have been either rolling dice to begin or deciding which player to start will be the highest placed player in the playoffs, so which is the normal thing we see in the top 8, that the highest ranked player starts the game or chooses who begins. And also before the top 8 or top 16, the deck lists of the 8 players will be available, which means that I on the stream can use these deck lists also. So in that sense it's going to be quite funny. But I can understand that when we do like this, when we haven't announced to the players that we're actually going to show deck lists, then of course we can't show deck lists. But in a normal tournament, you would normally know which of the top 8, what decks the top 8 players are playing, either through deck scouting, that you finish your rounds and look at the players, or maybe even knowing the players. Because then, okay, I know he plays this deck, I know he plays that deck, and yeah, then we find a solution. So in that sense, I think it's very good that they next month will say, okay, if you place in the top 8, then we will show your deck list, and then we'll have the deck list available for the stream, so that when we make the coverage, yeah, you can see the deck lists. And then it gives me the possibility at least to say, okay, I would take these cards in against this matchup, and which outs do I then have, making the matchups a little bit more interesting, from my point at least. Because now I know that one player's Troll Disco, and I know one player's Ruka Talk. And then, yeah. And my guess is that Juice will bring in the Blood Moons, and then, yeah, Marc would, yeah, put in actually more or less Blue Blasts, and if he has something for, yeah, and Juice should play Jade Statues. Yeah, a versatile creature. I know that he's been experimenting with Onyx and Yothian Soldier, so and I've been thinking about the Yothian soldiers, so I think we'll see some creative decks at some point in time, or maybe people will find out that not so much worth playing.
Jeg kigger.
Ja, fortsæt.
Ja. Volcanic, go.
En misført død. Ikke verdens hurtigste start på.
Badlands.
Ja,
Og en tur mere.
ja.
Time Walk,
Det er sådan, det skal være.
play more mana.
Grass.
Ja.
A handful of possibilities, and let's see what he chooses. Or at least what he has sometimes also.
Go.
Simply a go.
Får spille top.
Yes.
Go.
Turn 2 Tog.
Ja.
I'll say a Blood Moon would actually be quite devastating now. He of course has access to 2 blue mana from the Volcanic in the city, but now when he taps out for maybe a disc,
Træk 2.
oh, a Braingeyser for 2,
Jo.
and then we'll see if he has the Blood Moon, because then that would be a devastating play. J-Talk. Yeah.
Panic.
Blood Moon. Come on, you know you want to play it.
Solvand.
When your opponent's tapped out, there's only one thing to do. And now he's thinking, so the floorboards are creaking. Yeah.
Og så for en.
Attack for 1.
Ja.
Spiller en Blood Moon.
And then the Blood Moon comes. I'm thinking that's quite devastating when you're completely tapped out of mana. So now you only have red mana. Blood juice. Jutog. I'm not quite sure we would call it Jutog. Sounds a little bit wrong. Jubilata. Yeah. Of course, if he plays a blue card, Juice has the opportunity to use the red elemental blast now because of the blood moon, but let's see.
Fireball din top for 2.
Sådan der. Ja. For 2, siger du. Det vil du gøre.
Ja, så skyder med 2.
Spiser mine hoveder.
Så er det på.
Slå for 1.
Yep.
Island.
Hmm.
3, go.
Går.
Ja.
Får det i hånden. Hvor mange får du i hånden?
Jeg har 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so now this interesting.
Balance.
Balance.
Badlands.
Badlands. Det er virkelig.
So why he didn't actually tap the 2 red extra for the fireball, don't know, because he doesn't get damage from the City of Brass because of the blood moon.
Hvorfor spørger folk, om jeg drikker en kande? Altså, Sten har spurgt, om jeg drikker en kande på Messenger. En kande. En 12, ja.
Yes. Go. Du får red blast efter stealth.
Yeah, I'm guessing Juice sits and drinking from a. Yeah. It doesn't look like a glass, at least. Although the.
Jeg vil gerne skyde den trold. Har du noget sort mande derovre, som ikke er...
Nej.
Nej. Så vil jeg gerne skyde den trold.
Or a vase, yeah.
Og så vil jeg gerne skyde den sweet. Go.
It looks quite big, but maybe it's because Juice is such a small man, because the tea bag actually doesn't look so. It looks quite big, to be honest.
Ja.
I'm guessing if it was a big container, it would have a smaller tea thing in it. Although maybe the tea bag is like. Yeah.
Slå for 4. Go.
Yeah, maybe it's small hands, big tea bags. I don't know. Yeah, but let's not go there. It looks big, and that's all we're gonna say. And now we have the disc.
Jeg vil gerne skrive på din... det kan jeg ikke nu,
Det kan du
før.
ikke gøre.
Ja, ja, det kan jeg ikke, før jeg lige smider den. Så skrive der. Jeg knækker.
Ja.
Så vil jeg gerne splitte din plads.
Hvad er du på lige, Marc?
Jeg er på top.
Ja.
Jeg kan ikke huske, om jeg har spillet land. Jeg spillede den her i sidste tur.
Hvem strip mig? Hvornår spiller du den?
Det er ikke den her tur, men jeg kan ikke huske det. Fuck det. Vi siger bare på.
Then they had the discussion, did I play land this turn or didn't I? I honestly don't know.
Go.
Go. Trækker ikke ind i noget. Ikke ind i noget. Sådan.
Med på 2.
Au.
Attack with the Guardian Beast.
Go.
Og spil rugæg.
And then comes the Rook Egg.
Ja, det er fint.
Go.
And the Rook Egg itself is 0/3, which means it can block Guardian Beast for days.
Det er skidt.
Ja.
Og hvad er det nu?
Guardian Beast 2/4. Yeah.
Go. Go. Ja.
And of course he doesn't want the Rook Egg to explode in his face. And Juice is still at 16 life.
Var jeg på 12 eller 13?
12 sagde du før.
And he's at 12 life.
Jeg kommer over 12 eller 11.
Then he attacks for 6.
Jeg prøver at blokke den switch.
Yep. Det er det. Det er 2.
Og en flyver ind.
Jeg er i slutningen af turen, ikke? Så spiller jeg en masse defensiv.
Prøv lige at slå Hugo der. Var det slutningen af turen?
Kommer ind i slutningen af turen. Og du har taget 2, så er det.
Har jeg taget. Ja, jeg er på 14.
Go.
Hvor mange kort har du?
Jeg har 3.
Nice.
The Black Mice.
Ja, kommer hårdt. Kommer over på 4.
Ja. On that.
Yes, go.
Now the Rook Egg counter would be awesome. I saw the Rook Egg counter at
Jeg har 4 i hånden.
NoobCon. It was beautifully made.
Du gør det.
Yes. Det er det. Så er det go.
Max.
Yep.
Prøv at spille tok.
Ja, det er fint.
Go.
Jeg havde 4 i hånden. Og
Okay, 4 cards in hand. And then still 4 cards.
Landgraff.
Yep. Yes, go. Go.
Then he has 5 cards.
Yes.
4 cards.
Man går Terra dine top.
Terra. Very nice card. A little bit underappreciated, but I honestly think it's one of the most beautiful cards there is. Because Ron Spencer, when he draws cards, it's like, total fear. So.
You want Cabo? Eller forestilling Cabo.
We know that Juice is an 8 life, but sometimes having all the dice on the table is like strange.
Det er okay.
Jeg kan aktivere Cabo. På din sushi.
He activates it on Suchi and kills it.
Og go. Go.
Go.
Ja.
Go. 3. Yes, inden roll. Så kommer over på 2.
Ja, så er det 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go.
Du var på hvad? 12, ikke?
Yes.
Nej.
Jo.
Yeah.
Diagonal.
Yep.
Så siger jeg go.
Then it's just a
Du har
go.
også 3 kort eller 2 kort eller varianter.
Jeg havde 4 inden.
Der er 4 til at gå. Yes.
4 inden på.
Ja.
Yeah. But I really think the Terra is really beautiful.
Eller en Badland spil.
But does he really play so many artifact things that the workshop is worth it? I can of course say that if you play like a 12 or something, I could imagine it, that it would be really good, but... Oh yeah, the Trisk is good. But does he play more than 2? Because the whole playset would be like crazy, I think. But then again, I don't decide, so...
Jeg prøver lige at gøre noget her. Jens step.
Yep.
Jeg kan prøve at skyde dig på 3.
Yeah, Suchi turn 2 is quite nice though. Suchi, Disc, Trisk, Chaos Orb.
Ja. Meget kort vejen. 4.
3.
Så tager jeg næste.
Okay. Then we have an interesting third game. So, Marc pulled this off. So now it's 1-1. Halfdane down. Yeah. Halfway through Halfdane. Yeah, turn 1 triple black-wise would also be like, okay, extremely good. That's true. That could be nice. Looks interesting to see that Juice would change so many cards again. Maybe he wasn't quite satisfied with some of the choices. Yeah. So, and I heard, for the Danish guys that are listening, Henrik Storm won his game against Brian To. So that's nice. He won 2-0.
Jeg håber at få et share på den der, hvad hedder det?
Ja.
Der er disken, men der kom sgu ikke noget.
Man kan sige, det var jo lidt en Hail Mary. Så sad du med den på hånden, så var det game lost.
Hvad siger du? Undskyld.
Havde du siden shatter på hånden der, så var det game lost.
Circle Protection Red coming up.
Så det var sådan.
Yeah.
Sådan er det jo. Det er disk, det er jo... Det er, hvad hedder det? Reset button. Hvad man kalder det?
Too many reset buttons.
But 1-1, yeah. Yeah, Brian wasn't too confident in that matchup either, yeah. Is he still playing?
Tilbage.
Så ikke mere det, man vinder hver gang, men ret ofte ender det med, at man vinder, hvis du kan overtage kontrollen og knække disken.
He played Armageddon when I played him last, Armageddon.
Det er sådan set lidt... det er jo lidt i den der bold.
Yeah.
I modsætning til, hvordan...
And sometimes the deck just... Yeah.
I modsætning til, hvordan jeg normalt spiller diskussion.
It just destroys, yeah. Storm just powered him out, yeah. You didn't check the rules for this tournament in details? About how many red Circle Protection Reds we can have? Depends on, you can have up to 4 in your deck, and then up to 4 in your sideboard, I guess. And if you can get your hands outside the screen, yeah, then I guess a couple of circles there also. So yeah, a lot.
Nej. Vil du tage?
Nej, det er helt i orden.
Yeah. And then we have game 3.
Du kan stadig godt se kortene på min spot og sådan noget.
Ja, jeg bare anbefaler, altså bare du må selv bestemme, men hvis du gør et eller andet på et tidspunkt, hvor du kommer tættere på bordet, så man kan se det så.
Ask wise man. Yeah. I should have asked him when I talked to him about the Circle Protection, but yeah. Yeah, and obviously that's why nobody plays Sly, yeah. Because you can just take all the circles red you need. Yeah.
Yes, det gør.
Black Mice turn 1 with a factory and a Mox. That's quite good.
Go.
Er det Underground Sea?
An Underground Sea, which means that it can just keep going, and he'll give him 3 more damage.
Jeg tager 3 mere.
Ja.
So he'll go to 12.
Kom nu for pokker der. Stykke. Det var ikke meningen, vi skulle starte med sådan en hvid.
Oof. Yeah.
Mister.
Ja.
Go.
So he has to keep the Mishra at home, or lightning bolt to the Mishra, which would be actually quite good, because then you can do some land destruction at the same time when your opponent doesn't do anything but play lands.
Aktiver.
Yes.
Slå.
Jeg prøver at blokke.
Ja.
Og pumper ind. Yes.
Du vil lige få den ned. Du vil lige få den ned.
Man kan ikke pumpe sig selv, er det ikke bare andre, den ikke kan pumpe?
Nej, den er sådan en sickness.
Okay.
Så vi kan godt lave den om.
Nej, det er fint. Det er
Det, den lærer Magic af. Jeg er derfor rigtig glad for den der.
vi kører bare. Den dør. Det er fint. Vi kører.
Ja, men bare så du, altså, det har sommerens sickness, når de lige er blevet spillet. Uanset.
De kan godt buffe andre. Det er ikke sådan.
Du kan godt blokke, og så har den anden, så kan det tab for at pumpe den op. Hvis du har haft den, du kan godt lave noget faktisk i det. Det må du gerne.
Ja, nej, det vil jeg ikke. Det er fint.
Det vil du ikke.
Ja, det
They have the discussion whether or not the card has summoning sickness, or whether or not it can pump other factories. But yeah, if you make it a creature, then of course it has summoning sickness, which means you can't tap it. But if it's not a creature, then you can tap it to like pump the other ones, and that's okay.
Det ved jeg godt, det er Black Vice, men det vil jeg altså ikke give dig 3 kort.
er fint.
Ja.
Jeg tager 1, 2.
Ja.
No.
En underground og en jet.
Ja.
Siger gå.
Mange kort.
6.
And he's at 9 life.
Ja. Jeg vil gerne skyde på 3.
Så er jeg blue blood.
Ja.
Oof. Yeah. Good save.
Du har været 5 kort nu, ikke?
Ja, fedt.
Spiller en sådan en mere.
Ja. Det er cool.
En blå åben, ikke?
Jeg har en blå og en yellow åben, ja.
Jeg bliver sgu nødt til at prøve. Prøv at skyde dig for 3. Så rundt blue blast mere også der.
Ja.
Ja, okay. Okay.
And then he goes to 4 cards.
Go.
Then he doesn't take any more damage from the 2 Black Mices, so
Hvad er du tilbage på hånden?
Jeg har 4 kort.
Genau.
Hvad?
Ja, cool, siger jeg. Misra.
Ja.
and he doesn't have any red mana. Does he play the disc?
Sushi.
No, Suchi.
Go.
And Juice had like 3 cards in hand.
Misra.
Yep.
Hvad har du? 2 Underground Sea og...
2 underground sea, en... Hvad hedder sådan en Misra og en Moxjet.
Han spiller en tok.
Ja.
Og jeg vil gerne spille en tok.
Yep.
Go.
So 2 togs.
Ja.
tilbage i hånden.
Ja.
Yeah. I'm not sure what he does, but maybe he doesn't
Spiller en kæreste.
haven't found out how to double click on the screen.
Yeah.
I'll try asking him. Or maybe he's just getting old, as all the other guys who uses the glasses.
Ja.
Target er sushi.
Yes.
Go.
Yeah.
Spiller en pearl.
The Mox Pearl. One, two, three. A blood moon. 4, not a blood moon. Then there'll
Spiller en
be a
mountain yeti.
the Mountain Yeti.
Jeg fik den ned. Kæft, hvor er det galt. Nå. Og du har 9 liv.
Jeg har 9 liv.
And now the Mountain Yeti is, of course, just a big 3/3, I guess.
Spiller et land.
Ja.
It has Mountain Walk and Protection White.
Jeg skal fjerne vandet, det er fint. Nej, det kan du ikke engang. Jeg vil gerne animere vandet.
Ja.
Og går med min top og vandet.
Yes. Jeg logger din top.
Ja.
Ja, der er 2. Og går på 7.
Okay, skal jeg se hvad jeg gør. Hvor mange kort er på hånden?
3.
3. Jeg tror, at jeg spiser en black rice og en rar sardine sushi dør.
Yep.
Så er det godt.
Det kom desværre for sent.
Mm-hmm.
Det kan jeg ikke. Så kommer vi op til Darkness 7.
Hvad er du på liv?
Jeg er på 7.
Ja.
Og Yeti'en er 3-3, ikke?
Jo.
Yeah, so he's dead on the table if it doesn't do anything. He, of course, can block one of the either the factories or the Tog. But yeah, and also the Mountain Yeti, of course. But he would probably be blocking the Tog because he has 2 unused artifacts.
Jeg tror, jeg spiller Game Boost.
Yeah. No red. Wasn't so good.
Vi har smide en bat.
Ja.
Land her.
Yeah. So now he can't block the Yeti because it has Mountain Walk.
Der er 3 kort i hånden. Og så sig go.
Tre kort på hånden. Det siger gå. Okay. Ja, det skal jeg jo over jo. Der er ikke så meget der. Jeg animerer den her.
Yeah.
Og så kommer vi over med alle sammen.
Jeg blokker toppen.
Blokker toppen.
Yeah, the Protection White is actually quite good in the Mountain Yeti. And if nothing else, it's a 3-3.
Ruby, eller en Pearl, så din dør. Og så tager du 5.
Yes.
Og jeg spiller en island. Go.
Så den der desværre kom en tur for sent.
Næsten. Ja.
Uff.
Det er det.
Der er nogen, der spiller triple.
Ja. Jamen, det gør jeg ikke i det her. Havde den kommet en tur før, så havde
Yeah.
nu var ryg så det shatter.
Very interesting, this matchup.
Jeg har slet ikke trukket nogen shatters. Altså, jeg har virkelig været dårlig til at trække shatters og blood moon, når jeg har haft dem inden efter sideboard.
Ja.
Så.
Jeg har fået en lotus bag, så har jeg ikke givet nogen mening. Jeg har fået en strip mine, den har heller ikke givet nogen mening. Ja, altså der er jeg bare ikke kommet så meget gas ind i. Altså, der var time twister lidt senere, men der er jo sikkert noget.
Der sad jeg med red blood i stedet.
Ja.
Men den kom en tur for sent til at kunne nå at rydde ud, desværre.
Det er lidt sjovt at tænke på, den her situation her med blue blasten. Black Rice, de generer dig, hvis du ikke kan komme af med din kort. Og hvis jeg ikke havde spillet de der lightning, så havde jeg faktisk givet dig mere i skade, fordi du skulle sidde med dem på hånden.
Helt sikkert.
Så det var meget sådan, hvad kalder man sådan, dilemma, eller hvad hedder sådan noget?
Ja.
Men
Så ja.
Jeg tænkte nok, du havde en til.
Hvem skal Juice så møde?
Men du havde jo bare ikke så travlt, havde du det?
Nu skal vi til at tænke os om.
Lige der.
Jeg er lidt bange for, at du skal tænke på, du ved, at det ikke spiller counterspells.
Ja.
Jeg er jo pisse bange for mig.
Det må jo så stå et eller andet sted.
Så vælter det her bord ligesom ham den type med brillerne, man ser på sådan en giftig. Fordi at det, altså hvad hedder det, Mind Twist fucker mig bare op, fordi jeg ikke har nogen counterbacker.
Ja, helt sikkert.
Og det er giftig med ham, der vælter hele bordet.
Ja, men han hedder Jared et eller andet, det er også ham med Mountain Dew, og han spiller også risk.
Så nu må det jo så være bracket 1. Nikolaj Hering mod Christian Lærke. Christian Lærke. Marc Modin og Juice. Og der vandt Juice, og så Juice skal jo møde enten Nikolaj Hering eller Christian Lærke. Og så er der Phillip Kellerstrøm vandt jo mod Jonas JB. Han skal så møde vinderen af Henrik Storm og Brian Amdisen. Og der var det så Henrik Storm, der vandt. Så det er jo også lidt spændende. Og lad os se. I morgen afgøres det jo så, kan man sige, mellem Nikolaj Hering og Christian Lærke, hvem der så egentlig skal møde Juice. Så det er i morgen kl. 19.30. Og der sender vi jo så selvfølgelig igen. Og det er 19.30 kampen er sat til, så det bliver lidt spændende.
Og nu Svante, han slår mig sikkert ihjel nu, når jeg siger det her, for det har han sagt, at jeg man ikke burde gøre. Men jeg tog altså også min Demonic Shooter og min Mind Twist ud, fordi jeg skulle blood moon hen.
But yeah, so we'll be here tomorrow at 7:30 CET, I think it's called. So I have no idea. It's Danish time, so that's probably something. But at least 7:30 Danish time, 19:30. So thank you for tonight. Have a good night. Bye.
Jo, men det var det, der var fejlen. Jeg skulle ikke have spillet Red Blast. Altså, det var